Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back, and to new people, welcome. Today's going to be a different kind of video as we're going to be talking about the Vive 3.0 tracker, and we're going to be talking about the upcoming Deca Move. But that's going to be later on in the video. We're mainly focusing on the Vive 3.0 tracker today. Last night, I ordered one of those 3.0 Vive trackers, which I actually have with me today. My hope with the 3.0 Vive tracker is that I'll be able to enhance my experiences in first-person shooters when it comes to virtual reality, such as Pavlov, Boneworks, Contractors. It's all about consistency in the end. But, you may be asking, what is one Vive tracker going to do to make a shooter better? Like, what, am I gonna, like, wiggle around? Like, what am I gonna do? Well, guys, actually, the answer is simple. In VR, locomotion is typically set to controller. But if you're sane, like me, you would have set it to your headset. Obviously, there are different trade-offs for each one, but the issue we run into is that while aiming with the controller locomotion, if you aim high or to the side, that will be the direction you will move. Vice versa with the HMD locomotion. This can be especially disorienting in first-person shooters because you rely on muscle memory and you don't really have that much freedom without a different way of tracking, which is where this Vive tracker will come in. My hope, because it's really hard to find information out there, is that I will be able to track the orientation of my hips so I can set the locomotion to that instead. So, before we open the box, I just want to say that I only ordered one of these. Why? Because my plan is that when Deca ships me their new product, the Deca Move, which you can find by clicking the link in the description, will ultimately replace this Vive tracker, in the sense as in a orientation for the hips kind of thing. Then, I'm going to end up ordering 2 more and actually have my full body setup with the hip orientation as well. This is just a test. This will be the closest I've ever had to full body VR, and I'm excited, even if this thing ends up not working out. So for this unboxing, I'm actually going to be voicing this over. This is the Vive Tracker 3.0, smaller than the predecessors to it. These things actually do cost around $130 a piece, which is not cheap, especially for people trying to look for full body VR. So at the top, it does have the Vive tracker. Has pretty good weight to it, pretty small like I said. The power button is on the front, right there, which is what I'm showing. There's a USB-C charger on the side of it. There's also a thing to screw it into, like, you know, like the straps. I actually do have a strap, I have a belt. This is the USB-C cable. So yeah, it has a USB on the back. And then also has the USB-C. I believe the next item is actually the Bluetooth adapter that you have to plug into your computer so it could actually pair with it. Not like the other things where they just pair instantly, like the base stations and stuff. This is the belt. I actually got this for pretty cheap on Amazon. I think it was like $15. Gets the job done. It's pretty good material. There goes the screw that I was talking about before. Pretty stretchy, very nice belt, has a clip, which is good as well. I do end up getting it into a pretty nice fit. I tried putting it like a belt, like just to wrap it around my waist at belt level. It was just plug and play for the most part. I go to put this on my belt right now, and at first I do have trouble trying to put it from the back, even though that's where I want it to track, but I end up flipping it to the front. The installation was seamless, and it was honestly very easy. But now for the disappointment. I hopped into Boneworks to test this first. There's a control menu that you could go to switch the locomotion between devices. There's the headset, the controller, and then it showed custom. And I pressed on custom and it wouldn't work actually. The joysticks wouldn't move, and I believe this is because that form of custom tracking is meant for a different device and not the Vive tracker. I was absolutely stunned, and I was like, this can't be like this in all the games, right? Quickly, I switched over to Contractors, and their menu is just, it's better than any other menu, honestly, that you'll see. But going through it, it only had the HMD forward for movement. There was no movement option for the Vive tracker. And at this point, I was like, what gives? This is completely crazy. Went into Pavlov and went to go switch the input vector. And to my surprise, not my surprise, it didn't work. So basically spent $130 to try and do something that just, I guess the device wasn't meant for, or maybe I just don't know how to use it. If anyone knows how to use it, please let me know down in the comments below. I would really appreciate that. I was sad and confused, but I still had something to look forward to, and that's the Deca Move. The Deca Move does everything I was talking about by default and does not need anything extra to make it function. However, they aren't so easy to get just yet. Currently, you have to pre-order, which honestly isn't too bad. I was lucky enough to pre-order the first batch with 43 left, and now I can't wait. You might have seen Thrillseeker make a video about the Deca Move, and that's what inspired me to go and order one for myself. So in conclusion, no, you can't bind a Vive tracker to your hip orientation. At least not with games that don't support full body, and I saw online you need 3 of them for it to actually work with full body. But that does not discourage me in the slightest. I am ecstatic for when this arrives, and I'll have my full body as well. Now, we just wait on Father Time. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if I was of help in any way. I don't normally do videos like this, but I figured since I could not find any information for myself, then I would give it a try and help people who can't just get one to test it. So yeah, take care guys, and peace. I put ass in my mouth and go